the laggy Livescope going on, and with the slanted bottom. I already reset everything and it stayed like this. I'm gonna try to move the transducer up a click, or maybe down a click. Just gonna loosen everything, tighten it back up. I did the restore sonar settings, and this is what I got now. What is happening? AHRS off. Oh, there we go. Pitch angle 0. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do an update pretty soon. We're gonna go ahead and update these graphs and the GLS 10 box. Garmin EchoMap updates. EchoMap with SD card. That's what we have in here, 32 Extreme. Facing to the left side, it's version 2.61 and both the 126s are version 2210. Update complete, okay to restart. Marine Network, now you can see we're at version 2901 on both 126s, and GLS 10 jumped all the way up to 2.79. Alright guys, and while I was in here checking these connections, I mean a lot of these connections are about 3 years old, so I'm going to redo them all. Maybe check this fuse, make sure it's really tight. So you have a little bit of rust right here. A little bit of rust on the negative side too. There's no corrosion in there. Everything looks straight. The 9 to 5 pin conversion. And I went to my portable Livescope and stripped it down. And it's got a nice short network cable. This one with the blue end. No connection in the middle, just one piece all the way to the GMS 10. And I stole the power wire from it too for the GLS 10. So I'm hoping that replacing these wires might help also. Alright, these are the graph wires. The graph's reading 13.5, so we're looking good up here. Hopefully that black box is getting some extra power now. But we're gonna go ahead and put this back into forward mode. Sometimes when it rains, they just shut off. Sometimes they turn on. Well, this is gonna be a really good test for the spot lock today.
There are certain situations and bugs out there I know of that some people, when they put their trolling motor 8 to 10 and start going, the screen kind of floats downward.
Alright, update. The Livescope is still working. See, that was a good hit too. And you can't really see these fish, but they're just like under the log. I don't think it's going to come down to the update I did. The update did change AHRS. Now it's called stabilization. I think the wiring definitely helped. It looks like the graphs on the console have a little bit more voltage now. I'm not sure what the problem is going to be, but I'm starting to think it's going to be the trolling motor wiring. Last time when I did install the trolling motor, probably about a month ago, I just threw all the wires, the power wires, the network cable, everything right on top of the Livescope wiring. I was too lazy to tuck it away. Then I had Elkbo mention in the comments that, where's your ferrite beads? And I was thinking maybe it is some kind of interference. So I took all the trolling motors and I shoved them up into the front where none of it's close to the transducer. Yeah, it's been about 3 hours out here. We're still running strong. And like I said, I don't know if it was the update, which I kind of don't think it was the update. Then the wiring, I mean, I think the wiring had to have helped because, you know, I did find some rusted connections and some old terminals and some old wire. And I really do think it's going to end up being the trolling motor wiring. I did just install this a little bit over a month ago, and I threw all the wiring right on top of the Garmin wiring, and it had to be interference because it was really windy. Trolling motor was running on like 7 or 8 just to hold me in the spot, so a lot of electrical current was going through there, and the screen just started rocking. So after I completed one good trip out there, nothing spazzed out, and I ordered some ferrite beads, and I ended up installing them. One on the power cable going to the black box, the network cable, and the transducer. So all 3 of those have ferrite beads. And I have one on this end of the network cable, one going to the network cable to the console 126 SV. And I got another ferrite bead up here to the power cable going to the 126 on the bow. And in my opinion, it definitely cleaned it up a little bit more. It kind of looks like we're looking at the matrix right now. But as long as you can keep track of the depth of your bait, you should be fine. Oh, look at that. Just fish in the top. Slab. Let's go.